Hey guys, this is Keith with KJ Aquatics. In case you didn't know, but anyways, I'm sitting here outside right now and closing down some more tubs. I figured I would just do a quick pop up and just check in on you guys. I haven't went live for at least a week. We were busy at the Keystone Clash. If you don't know, we do run a business, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around so you don't see this fat ugly guy. And what's up, Big Shrimpin'? Hey, Skitty. I don't know if anybody else is live right now, and if they are, I'm not trying to get in on their time. I really don't care when I go live. Uh, it's no disrespect to others if they are live, just to let you know. So, anyways, let me. I'm on the StreamYard app, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera. So, what's up, Mel? Settings, camera, front, back. All right, there you go. Cool. So hold on, I'm retarded at this. So there. All right. What's up, Crip? Hi, Desert Aqua. What's happening? Anyways, let me show you this right here. I'm gonna flip the camera sideways so you get a better view. But this is the 30-gallon, 35-gallon tub that I had our Celestial Pearl Danios in. I've been catching a bunch of fry, so I'm probably not going to drain this yet. I caught a bunch of fry like a couple weeks ago, and I thought I got all the adults out, but I didn't. I want to show you these, and you're not going to be able to like really appreciate the colors, but these guys have been outside. I thought I got all the adults. Their colors are like absolutely stunning, and right now I checked the water temperature. It's 50 degrees. So if you don't think CPDs can handle 50-degree water, that's proof in the pudding right there. So if you guys are keeping CPDs in your fish room inside, there is no need to waste electricity on a heater. All right. A lot of those heaters, in my opinion, do more harm than good for a lot of fish. Not all. So don't say, well, Keith said we don't have to use a heater. That's total bullshit. But if you pick the right species of fish, you could save a pretty good amount of money without having to add additional heat to the water. So the ambient temperature within your house is perfectly fine for a lot of fish. And I can tell you it's perfectly fine for Celestial Pearl Danios because I don't know anybody in the United States that keeps their house at a constant temperature of 50 degrees. If you do, you're an Eskimo. So maybe up in parts of Alaska, then you might do it that way. So again, you can keep a lot of fish and save a lot of money because honestly, one of the biggest expenses for the fish keeping hobby is your electricity bill, whether it be lights or heat. All right. Here at KJ Aquatics, we run all our fish tanks off of one air pump. So we're not running a bunch of individual hang on the back filters or canister filters. They're all run off of one air pump, so that's pretty efficient. And we do not heat any tanks except I think I have two tanks with a submersible heater for a couple Pseudocrenolabris. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, they're dwarf African cichlids, mouth brooding cichlids from Lake Meru and from Lake Abu Gabu, if I said that right, from Uganda. But they need a little bit warmer temp. but I do keep them down probably to 69 or 70 degrees, so I don't spend a lot of money on heat. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to chat real quick. So I'm scrolling up. I missed a bunch. So, hey Mel, hi Desert Aqua, Sketty, Miss Jenna P. Good to see you at the Clash. Fishfam.link, hello. Tim, Crypt Keeper. Who else I got in here? Wow, got 14 people in the middle of the afternoon. You guys ought to be working, really. This is my job, so I got an excuse. B Wizzle, what's up? And B Wizzle, you said you cleaning pools. I'm cleaning tubs. So, who else I got in here? Got a bunch of lurkers because they ain't saying nothing, which is all right. Um, I am still scrolling. Juan Castaner, hello. Heads, all right. So now I missed all the. Oh, Winkmaster Crystal, I'll see you Sunday down at Norwalk. If you guys are within a few hours of Norwalk, Connecticut, we have an auction. I'm actually a member there, and I think Crystal is too. But we have an auction this Sunday, October 1st. I don't know the exact time, but if you look up on the internet, Norwalk Aquarium Society, it hopefully it's listed on fishfam.link also. I know that was one club that wasn't on there. Hint, hint, Miss Jenna P. But the Norwalk Aquarium Society, if it's not on there, it needs to be added. I did send it to Matt, but Matt's my buddy, but he is a pain in the butt sometimes and didn't get it uploaded the last time I checked. So, all right. So, can't seem to chat much. Lurking, putting down my phone, but much love. Oh, much appreciated for you hanging out here. I already out in my 8-hour shift today. Some of us. I'm just mad at you guys. So, Maria Z, what's happening? Lurking from work. All right. This is what I'm doing for work. And I figured I came outside and the tubs look like absolute shit, but it's the end of season. And a lot of these plants are actually going down to the auction. Even though it's the end of the season, you can absolutely overwinter these. So this is a hardy lily. This is the peaches and cream. Super easy to overwinter. It's going to go cheap at the auction. Um, I retail these for well over $20. Normally, I put them on sale for a little bit under 20, but at the auction, this might go for 10. I just don't want to overwinter it. It's not hard to do. I just got a lot going on, so I don't like to f with them. The Taro Mojito, these guys are going to the auction. Jenna P, I did bring some down to Jenna and Steven down to the Keystone Clash. Um, they're located in Louisiana, so they could pretty much keep these out almost all year long. Super easy to overwinter, though. You could bring these in and just treat them like a house plant. Um, these are pickerel, blue pickerel. These are endemic to the Northeast, so these are actually overwinter real easy up here in this climate. But I'm not gonna fool with it. Um, Ritesh, what's up? I'll make sure to let them know to update it for. Okay, thanks, Jenna. I did tell them a while ago, and there was another club I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember off the top of my head what club it was, but it wasn't on fishfam.link, and I know the fishfam.link is to get all the clubs nationwide listed on there, so we all have one easy source to get information. So um, if there's a club not listed on fishfam.link, let Matt know, or you guys can let Jenna. I know Jenna will at least get the message to Matt. So I know that for a fact. But anyways. Mel Wall says, I want to burn T-Mobile and Mint Mobile to the ground. Mel, you could add Verizon to that list because I don't like them either. And you guys, I'm bad with the chat, so if I missed you, Vinoski, hello. If I missed you in chat, don't take offense. Um, Let me show you guys this one. This has a bunch of plants that's going away. This thing with now it's starting to go dormant, but even though it's going dormant, look at those leaves. And this is a canna. It's easy to overwinter. You can bring it inside, and then I have the canna African sunset over here, so that's going down to Norwalk also. Within the tub, I have a bunch of submerged grown Lowigia ovalis. It does have some of this hair algae. This stuff is actually, believe it or not, algae is good if you're into breeding fish. This is like a huge food source. So looks like a snot ball, but it's good stuff. So, but anyways, just want to show you the tops of these Lowigia ovalis. A bunch of these are going to go down to the auction too, and these are 100% submerged grown now. I brought them in, and when you bring a lot of plants in from the nursery, they're, for the most part, not always, but they're immersed grown. But I put these in the tub. They're converted. They look good. They do have some hair algae. You see this big snot ball right there? That's some hair algae. Easy. Hair algae is super easy to get rid of. Um, American flagfish and Neo shrimp will absolutely love you if you introduce some hair algae to the tank. They will eat it like a little snack, and it'll be gone really quick. Also, hair algae is easily. I'm not a big proponent of the algicides, but if you use them the right way and you dose accordingly, hair algae is easily removed with the algicide. Fritz Aquatics makes one. Um, it's perfectly safe as long as you dose any algicide at all, whether it be from Fritz, API, Tetra, wherever. Don't F around overdosing algae because you might kill more than the algae. So, Mel says the Amano shrimp destroyed my hair algae. Amano shrimp absolutely love it. So, can she take offense anyway, even if you did acknowledge? Sure. I piss people all the time off. I piss people off all the time, Jenna. So it's okay. Mel says they had my number hostage for over a week, which is why I've been absent. Oh, I'm sorry. So, anyways, this tub here is going to be a pain in the ass because it's 300 gallons and I have a ton of fry still in there and I need to get them out. So, I need to get them out without, you're going to have some losses. I don't want to say without killing them, but you're definitely going to have some losses. And I don't look forward to that because I was responsible for them, coming to life outdoors in this tub. And I really don't want to be responsible for their departure um, in a bad way. But this has our Nezicoatl swords. So Zooxophorus nezicoatl. the Nezi swords, there is a ton of fry in here, and I've been catching them little by little, bringing them inside, but there's a ton more. I got all the submerged plants out, so I got the lilies, and I had a bunch of other Vallisneria and some Lowigia down below. I got all those out, so I just been scooping and scooping with my broke down net. I do need to get a new one because I wore this one out, but it's still working sorta. This is the thing. What I hate about tubs is the end of the season. Setting them up is fun. Breaking them down sucks because I don't want to miss any fry. I don't care about the plants. I'll throw them in the junk pile. But I hate missing fry. That's why I haven't drained this one down. This one's ready to drain, but I haven't because I know there's still fish in there. So I'm trying to do the best I can to get as many as I can. So Juan, what fry in the 300? I just said the Zizophrus nezicoyotl. It's a Nezi sword. It's a wild type sword. It's a swordtail that stays on the smaller side. Comes from the mountains in Mexico. A beautiful, beautiful fish. I've done. If you go on our channel, I've done like short video talking about them. So, what's up, Carol? Juan says he's API without any problem. Yeah, just never overdose it. Don't overdose any algicide. Um, I don't use API just because I'm not an API person. I'm a Fritz Aquatics person. So, but um, a lot of the chemicals from API and Fritz, they're not the same, but they're similar. So, but don't overdose it. What's up, Steven? Steven says he's leaving his tub up and not stocking anything fancy. Well, if you guys don't know, Steven and Jenna live in down around Baton Rouge, so I don't think they would freeze solid. These things would freeze solid up here, um, and it's not so much. Obviously, if there's life in there, it's going to die. But if your tubs freeze solid, you could also damage your tubs. That's why we drain them out and flip them over, just because I don't want to damage the tub. Um, these Rubbermaid tubs, I've known some people that left them up all year up north, and they're a hard plastic. I don't know the exact material, but these are the ones made by Rubbermaid, and I've known people that left them up. They froze, and the tub itself cracked. These little round ones, you can get these at Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't know if they'll crack or not. It's a different plastic. It's a little bit more pliable. I don't know if those will crack. And then these ones here are 100 thick versus the hard Rubbermaid ones. These are called Tough Stuff. You can get these at Home Depot along with the Rubbermaid ones. And I don't know if these will crack either, but I just don't want to chance it. If I got to replace it, they get kind of expensive. These ones here are, I don't know. You guys can go on Tractor Supply and check the price. But these are the Tough Stuff 110 gallon. This is a Rubbermaid 300 gallon. These are right around $300. I know that. Just because I bought this one used for $100, and I basically stole it. So brand new, they were like 300. So, anyways, what's up, Paul? Yeah, I usually siphon it out, Paul. I just siphon it out with a gravel vac usually, and just let it go right on the ground. Um, and then the hose on the other end of the siphon, I run through like a filter basket. So And then if I suspect that there's really, really small fry, I run it through a net within the filter basket and check it every now and then. Just see what I suck up. But I know I could use a pump. I do use a pump for. I have one down in the fish room, so I could use it. Sing us a song. What's happening? Yeah, I ain't singing no song. Uh, what's up, my buddy Eduardo? Matt Corson, hello. I'm just scrolling back up. Um, Worst that might happen here is a thin sheet of ice on. Yeah, yeah. And you could actually keep that broke up real easy with the air stone. So if you guys could probably keep. I know you could, Steven. I know you guys can keep goldfish out probably all year above ground because if I had this 300-gallon buried, I probably can keep like comet all year if I had it buried in the ground. Um, it's less than 3 feet tall, but comets are pretty tough, and as long as they don't freeze solid, they'll last. So, chat. I'm just scrolling chat, people. She leaves her 300s up and have not had Virginia. It might be a little bit warmer, Carol, but our climates are probably similar, so I'm not sure. And me too, Winkmaster. She says she wants to have a year-round pond living someday soon. Same Silver Creek. We have golden white clouds, but we're afraid to put them out in the heat. White clouds are pretty tough. I don't know their max temp, but their cold water temp, Jenna. I know people that kept them uh, just above freezing, and they were okay. So I have a pump that moves the water around, but I do need to add an air stone. Yep, just the water circulating. I don't think you would have to even put in like a stock tank heater or anything like that in Louisiana. But just the air stone, probably like much bigger than just your standard air stone like this. Get one of those big fatty cakes. So what's up, Bridget? We didn't want. Oh, Carol says she just keeps coin comments. Yeah, um, goldfish, goldfish are well, I koi ain't goldfish, but to me they're basically goldfish. Um, I actually got a goldfish this year as a hitchhiker. I posted it. I think I made a YouTube short, or I put it on Instagram. I don't remember, but I got one out of this tub. Probably an egg came in on one of the pond plants that I got, and it went from an egg to a 3-inch fish within a couple months. So those things grow super fast. But anyways, hey, if you guys are joining late and you missed the beginning of the live, I caught these guys here. I thought I got all the adults out of this one tub, but I ended up finding 3 more adults, and their colors are absolutely stunning. These colors are, if you go into your local fish store, you're going to see some washed out fish compared to these guys right here. I really wish I would have, now looking at that middle one. Oh my God. I would have placed easily at the Keystone Clash with that. Easily. That one is that one's a badass fish right there. If I wouldn't have placed with that fish, then it would have been totally rigged. So these guys' colors are holy smokes. These are, if you guys don't know what these fish are, most of you guys should. This is celestial pearl danios, um, also known as galaxy rasboras. I forget the scientific name, so the real name I forget. Danio something something. Um, Super cool fish. This is max size right here. So these guys are right at 1 inch, maybe a little bit over, but probably right around 1 inch, max size. So excellent nano fish. If you do get these, you you need to get them in bigger groups. Don't just keep a couple because they're real shy and they'll hide a lot. The best way to actually fully enjoy them is to have a big group of them. So I say at least 10 or more. Um, I got a friend of mine local that breeds these, and he has a 55 or a 75. I forget what it is, but he has like a school of like well over 100 in that tank, and absolutely beautiful to watch. So, but again, don't just get a couple. You need to get a lot. So, yeah, there you go. Silver Creek put it up. Danio Margaritas. Margarita. So, yeah. I know the name, I just always forget. So Paul said, yeah, that's how he got the koi and his goldfish pond hitchhikers. Yep, happens. So yeah, Crystal, these are like these three, and there might be more in there. I just haven't dug around all the way, and I haven't drained any water out. But those three that I just pulled out a little while ago, this kind of just made me go live. I was like, I just wanted to show them off. I was like, these mofo's are badass. I would have placed easily with. There's one in there that it's actually better looking than the other two, but all three are really nice. But anyways, and I just wanted to prove a point. This water temperature right here is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and these fish are healthy as heck coming out of that 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So I wanted just to reiterate the point that you could save money. You can keep fish, save money on the heating bill. Um, but you know, be smart about it. Don't say, well, Keith said I don't have to heat my tanks. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to do um, to do some research on the species and talk to people that maybe kept the species before, because a lot of the shit that you read on the internet, um, it's not always true. You could look up the proper conditions for these guys, and I bet you it don't say to keep them below 70 degrees. So I'm telling you, you can. I keep and I bred a ton of bushy nose plecos into the low 60s. All right. So don't believe everything you see or hear on the internet. I'm just scrolling chat real quick. Yeah, Margarita Day. Yep. The Silver Creek. These guys, um, they they do perfectly fine in hard water too. Soft water, hard water. Our water here is like really hard, and I keep them inside. Obviously, outside, I have no idea what the parameters are outside. So, but I know it's going to be soft because it's mostly rainwater. I do hit it with a little baking soda every now and then, but it's still pretty soft. But inside, our water is like really hard. I haven't tested the water in over 5 years, so I can't even remember what it was. And the last time I remember, our pH was like above 8. And then these guys do fine inside in those conditions. I don't breed them inside. So maybe that'll prevent them from breeding. Maybe the eggs don't fertilize. I don't know. But I've never been able to breed them inside, but I never really tried. But I was definitely successful this year outdoors, breeding them. So yeah, that's one. Our conditions are probably similar. I know my pH is above 8 last time I checked, but I haven't checked our pH in over 5 years. I don't even have a test kit anymore. I have a pH meter that I actually just bought, but I didn't buy it for my aquarium water. I bought my pH meter. It's food grade, and I bought it to test hot sauce and salsa. So when I make it, I make sure it is at a pH that will keep it shelf stable and not kill anybody with botulism or whatever. So my pH meter is for food. So I make hot sauce, and I wanted to start sharing my hot sauce more, but I don't want to get anybody sick. So I bought that to make sure that the hot sauce that I make is good and safe. So, anyways, says they don't last any longer than a few weeks in my water. If you're talking about the CPDs, Silver Creek, it might be the source of the fish. Maybe get some from like a good source. I know. Well, I have some, but I sell them every now and then, and I know Foxy and Peplin have a nice, healthy line of these guys, and they've shared them with a ton of people within the fish fam and beyond, and they have a really nice line of these guys. So maybe it's the source. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't use RO water at all. I really don't keep shrimp. I have some. The only shrimp that I keep here is actually just some stragglers. It's just some like wild type neos, some little ugly brown neos. So I think those things are bulletproof. So CPDs suffer from the supply chain. You've got to have a good. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I said. So a good source of CPDs, you're gonna get heartier fish. So I know Foxy and Peplin have some. I have some. I don't have any for sale right now. I sold out of all the bigger ones. I have a bunch of fry growing out, and I don't know if I'm gonna sell those online either. I might just keep them for next year's stock because I actually enjoy them. And but if I do have some for sale, I will I will post it on the community page on Facebook. And we sell a lot of stuff on Aquabid. Silver Creek. If you don't know what Aquabid is, you should. So you can go to aquabid.com. Um, I sell stuff on there when I have. I've been using Aquabid for well over 20 years, so I find it to be a good place to sell and actually buy stuff too. Some people don't like it because they think it's antiquated, and it is kind of old school looking, but they don't charge a fee. Unlike some of the other selling websites, or they charge a fee to the seller. Some charge to a fee to the seller and the buyer. I'm not all into that, so I don't sell fish on eBay. Um, I don't sell live goods on eBay. I freaking hate eBay. eBay takes like 15%, so forget that. I ain't giving them my 15%. Aquabid takes 0%. I think Get Gills takes a percentage, and I know Vivi takes a percentage, so I'm not all into that. Um, yeah, I would say Juan. I would say that's true for any fish. So any fish that you're looking to keep and breed, look for good stock, good you want good roots, good strong roots to build on. So yeah, Silver Creek. CPDs are really popular. So if you're looking for a fish, if any of you guys are looking for a fish to keep and enjoy, CPDs are one of my favorites. And if you happen to be lucky enough and breed some, they have value. So obviously, if you get into breeding fish, you got to do something with them. So you could help subsidize your addiction to the aquarium hobby a little bit by sharing some of the fish. Nobody, and if you think you are gonna get rich breeding fish, um, you're delusional. Nobody in the United States is going to get rich breeding fish. All right, most people I know that breed fish for a living are not rich. So don't think you're gonna get rich. Not saying you can't make a living, and but you're not gonna get rich breeding fish, in my opinion. If if somebody has another opinion, that's fine. Opinions are like a-holes, and everybody has one, and sometimes they stink. So, but in my opinion, I don't think in the United States you can get rich breeding fish unless you have a ton of money to start out with, but then you're not going to get rich. You're just going to be you're going to start out rich, and then you're going to slowly become poor. So that's my opinion. Oh yeah, that's cheap as hell. Yeah, CPDs right now are probably on average selling for nationwide. I would say at least $6.50 to $7 on average. So that's what they're selling for now. Let's see. Right now, you may be able to pay for a night out on the town every now and then, but if you enjoy, yeah. Uh, Silver Creek, I can tell you, I'm a broke motherfucker right now. Sorry, I shouldn't cuss, but um, I don't really sell a lot of fish. I don't try to. I just sell what we breed here. But my business isn't breeding fish. My business is uh, plants and all your aquatic accessories. But I can tell you right now, it's a broke dick business. Um, I ain't making shit. Everybody nowadays goes to Amazon. They go straight to Amazon and they don't even look twice. But that's how it is. But I don't know how to change that, and I don't think you're gonna be able to change it. So here's what it is. Yep, Paul, and just I know a few people that breed rams, and they just breed and breed and breed and breed, and they don't put a lot of different genetics into it, and then some of the fish, they don't live very long. So yeah, poor genetics will definitely uh, the life expectancy of the fish. Mel, I'll disagree on that, but it's an okay source, but it's definitely not the only source. Um, but again, that's my opinion. There's definitely other places, Mel, depending on what you want. Not that source is bad, um, but it's not the place to go for me. I I have other sources that I get what I want. Where I'm at, CPDs are easily $12 each. Yep, Oink Master. It depends where you go, but yeah, they can be expensive. We sell ours. When I sell them, I was selling ours for $6.30 each, which was less than all the stores around here. There's one store in Cohoes, which is just on the north side of Albany, and they were above $8. I think they were $8.50 or $8.75. So I priced ours at 630, and I was still making money. I'm not gonna sell anything like that and just take a loss for shits and giggles. I was making money. To some people, you know, they charge more and make more. It is what it is. So, guys and gals, sorry I wasn't trying to be exclusive. Oh, I hate Amazon Mail. Um, but and if you know me long enough, you'll know I buy Amazon. But it's like beating a you it's beating a dead horse. I'm not gonna change it. There ain't no way I'm gonna change it. The only thing I can say is if you guys are buying product, it's not always based on price, and Amazon is not always the cheapest price. But if you either shop with me or shop with another small business, you get more value dealing with them or even your local fish store. Um, you, you have somebody you could talk to about product. Um, you have somebody you could talk to about um, fish. Whether or not if they work or if they're compatible. Product wise, what's good for what fish food, what's good for what. You have value in that versus just going to Amazon and ordering it. So there's value dealing with small business 100%, whether it's for the aquarium hobby or anything else, regardless. So don't I ain't telling you not to shop on Amazon because everybody does, and I'm still guilty of it. But it's not very common anymore. Look at small business in your area. That's all I could say because there's a lot of value in small business versus, um, and it's not just Amazon, even versus going to Walmart or Target or any of the other big box stores, going to Petco or PetSmart. Petco and PetSmart, in my opinion, I don't even go there for my cat food. So I friggin' hate those stores. But you can buy fish on Amazon and eBay, Matt. 100%. You could buy plants. You could buy everything on Amazon. You could buy a rubber weenie on Amazon if you want that. Uh, Amazon sells everything. Silver Creek, if you get any, I don't know what Xenotoka you're talking about, but if you get any good days, make sure you have location point. If you don't have location point, um, then the Xenotoka are trash. So make sure you have Xenotoka, or make sure you have location. Because there's actually on the Xenotoka in the United States, there's three. There's actually way more than three species, but there's three species that I know of that are available in the United States, and they will all hybridize. And then you got a tank full of trash. So if you keep any good days, I suggest that everybody keep them species only, and make sure you got location point. Um, if you're looking for Xenotoka, Paul, Greg Sage is the Xenotoka are so common. They're as common as guppies are. No joke. Um, there's sources you can get most Xenotoka right now at any local fish club, and you're gonna get them a lot cheaper than going to Greg Sage. So if I ain't dogging on Greg Sage's fish, but you can definitely get Xenotoka because they're as common as guppies. You can get them like way cheaper. So yeah, the Dodrio I San Marcos are again they're as common as guppies. So they're I would keep them species only, um, just because they're kind of nippy. So you put them in with other fish, they're gonna beat them up. Hold on. That's not true. That's not true, Silver Creek. He's one of the guys, but I know people that you can get them from way cheaper. So just letting you know. You can do that. You're just gonna spend more, but it's all good. Amazon prefers to buy his wieners. What's up, Mateo? Yeah, I do prefer. All right, I'm just scrolling chat. Yeah. All right, I'm at the bottom of the chat. I'm looking for half peaks, but can't find them. Juan, there was actually some at the Keystone Clash. I was walking around and I don't remember who the vendor was, but they had the small ones. There's a couple species in the hobby. I forget. There's like a dwarf species. I forget which one's what, but they were little. I think those were the wrestling half peaks, but I did see them. Master says she's bringing her 10-year-old nephew Jameson with me. He's very excited to meet you. Told her. Um, I'll give him some stickers, Crystal. Looking peacock bass, Silver Creek. If you know anybody in South Florida, they can definitely get you peacock bass easy and probably really, really cheap. Um, they could probably just catch you some, bag them up, and ship them to you. So, yeah, they don't care about the smell, Matt. Go light tetras and Corey's in with the Dodrio eye. Yeah, I mean, it's, again, everybody's tank's different, but overall, like, a Xenotoga can be nippy. So, Juan, check for those, check the wet spot. They commonly have them. As far as like an online retailer, the wet spot's a good source for fish. I recommend. Uh, I would recommend them. I bought stuff from them, um, and they're a good source as long as you follow their DOA policy. They are easy to work with. If you have any issues, um, I've ordered a ton of fish from different places, and you if you're in the game long enough, every now and then you'll have a DOA. But if you're a responsible fish keeper and know um, how to take care of fish and how to receive fish and follow any online retailer's DOA policy, they usually won't have issue. If you deviate from the online retailer's uh, DOA policy and think you know best, they might tell you to get screwed. So just know what any online retailer's DOA policy is and follow it. So if you have any issue when you order fish online, then there is no issue. So, but the wet spot's a good source. Check. I know there's a lot of home hobbyists that breed them on, so you could check Aquabid because I've seen them on there actually. I've seen them on Aquabid in the past. Silver Creek. Curtis got a lot of fish, and if you don't know, KJE Aquatics we have well over 12 species of gadeids. So if you're looking to get into the gadeids, let me know because we have 12 species of gadeids. That's our main passion here at KJE Aquatics. If people don't know, our fish keeping here is focused on Cares fish, which in gadeids. That's why I said someone's hollering and praising Greg, which is great. He's a good source, but he's the only source. Just letting you know. So a lot of people that like fall into that trap and say somebody is the only person to get fish from is that's not true. So there used to be a seller on Aquabid. I I forget his name, but this Aquabid had nice fish. His Aquabid name was called Lots of Fish, and he's a seller, or I think he still might be on there now, but I know he took break for years. But he used to list stuff on Aquabid, and people would buy stuff from him just because they wanted to say they bought fish from Lots of Fish. And Lots of Fish would have common fish. He would have green Aeneas cories, a 6-pack of them, go for fucking $200 just because people wanted to buy fish from Lots of Fish, which is fine. The dude was making bank, but if you want green Aeneas cories, I wouldn't pay $200 for a 6-pack of them. That's me. So whatever. I do, Paul. I do. You guys want to know what my seller name is, and you could ask me. I'm not going to explain it here, but our seller name for KJE Aquatics is not KJE. I've been, like I said, I've been using Aquabid for a long, long time, well before I started KJE Aquatics. So we just kept the same account going, and it's Tuna Man PhD, all one word. So if you see anything listed, and I usually only list stuff under wild type live bearers. On occasion, I'll have some stuff elsewhere. But if you check live bearers other than guppies, I think is it wild type live bearers, and you see anything listed under Tuna Man PhD, that's KJE Aquatics. And also, if you go on Aquabid, there's a section that you can click on the seller's name called Just Me, and if you click on that, then you'll see 100% that it's me because I'll have who I am. I'll have a link to it and whatnot. So, sorry guys, I dropped the phone, but that's a pretty good price, Mel. All right, Juan. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for buying it based on the seller's name. Like I said, Mel. Um, that's true. Over in Asia, you're not going to see them go for that much here, but over in Asia, definitely. Ah, sorry, Mel. Um, oh, while I got you here, I'm going to show you a plant that I showed it earlier. This is, I actually forget what it is. It's a variegated rush. Um, this thing overwintered last year, and I'm going to do the same thing again this year. I'm just going to take this basket, sit it over in the crap pile, and see what it does. But last year, I just threw it away. some roots that were starting to come alive, and I stuck it in the tub, and now this thing is 4 feet tall. It's pretty cool. But I didn't drop you in the tub, but I did drop you on the concrete. Anyways, guys, I got to get back to work because I actually want to get at least this one drained down, and I'll probably work on the other ones within the next couple of days. I do have that auction coming up, Norwalk Aquarium Society. So I know Crystal Oinkmaster is going. If any of you guys uh, are within a few hours of Norwalk, Connecticut, check it out. I know I tell Lefty about it. This is actually in Lefty's backyard. Lefty never goes. I tell him about it. He never goes. Um, Also, another member of the Fish Fam, Scotty Aquati. I told him about it, so maybe he'll go. But I know Crystal and I go. There's another one, the Danbury Aquarium Society, which is in the general area also. It's a good one. The great clubs. If you guys aren't part of a local fish club, look into it. Search one out. Even if you got to drive a couple hours, it's worth it. Fish Fam is great, but if you're like really hardcore into the hobby, find a local club. There's a lot of people out there that are not into YouTube or not into social media at all. That you'll enjoy their camaraderie and their presence. So search out your local fish clubs. Go to them. If there isn't one within a reasonable distance, and you got some other like-minded fish nerds in your local area, look into starting one. Um, that's all I got to say on that. But anyways, gonna go. Peace out. Later.